Oh, baby. We're live! We're live! It's over! It's over! Hide all of the capital currently involved in the NQ futures market, because we're fucking live! What's up? How we doing? How we doing? Big bar 14, 4.5 minutes out, ATR 39. I like seeing an ATR of 39. The mornings, man. The mornings, this ATR, the volatility is a little bit back in the mornings. We'll see if this afternoon ends up being like it's been, but right now, we're damn near 40, man. We're happy to be here. Let's see what we can get done. We've got a whole bunch of work to do if we're gonna shut down the CME by the end of the day. It's a big task. But if anybody can pull it off, I think we're here to get it done. So let's see what we got. Big bar 14, 339 out. How we doing? How we doing? Bryce says, geez, you're live streaming early. Early? My man, I've been awake for 6 hours. It's the afternoon time for me. Normally when I stream the afternoon, it feels like about ready to go to bed. It's about nighttime. All right, 3 minutes, and we'll get to close up a big 14. Nice big bars. Nice big bars. All right. So, by the way, you see here, bar 12 took out the low of bar number 1. And then immediately came back in. What is that relatively representative of? Range market. Okay, in general, I'm saying environmental context now, okay? Range market. So my question here is today the day that the Bears step in and take this guy down to 27,000? I don't think it's the most likely thing. Okay, so I'm watching 14. We have about 90 seconds left on 14, the most important bar of the day, bar 14. And we'll see how this guy closes up. Ascend! Says any other Bears fucking bank like me? 2R on Apex code BIG. B-I-G. My man. My man, you can't beat it. You literally can't beat it with code BIG because it gives you the best deal 24/7. All right. So you can see these bulls having a little bit of trouble taking us back up into the range. Let's see what they've got. Here comes the rollover. Ooh, sizable wick. Oops! Finger slipped! I'm sitting long. Oops! Finger slipped Already out. Big ol' scalp. Keep it moving here. We got big bar 35. I'm sorry, 15. I saw the 3. I'm too fucking amped up today. Big bar 15. Man, 35. Come on now. ATR sitting at 40. By the way, if you blinked, you missed it. Quick little scalp in the books. Gotta be quicker than that. We gotta review the footage, man. We gotta review the footage. Oh, it's disgusting. Go back. Look at the footage. That was $1,500. I am not exaggerating. I never exaggerate, not me. That was $1,500 in 10, arguably 9 seconds. It's ridiculous. I have nothing else to say. Okay, bar 15. Let's see what we get. Big Josh says, I'm up $1,100 today on my second eval ever. Purchased with code BIG, of course. Josh, which prop was that at? My man, we love it. Apex, big dog. I want to see Big Josh come back here with about 20 Apex fundeds to tell us he made 50,000 in 2 weeks. Which is not an exaggeration. I did it recently, actually. A couple of weeks ago. Actually, the money, by the way, hit. I told you guys a few weeks ago, just so you know. Because everyone likes to, you know, pocket watch everybody. It hit, so don't you worry, man. My money hit my bank account, so you can now sleep at night. I told you, they always fucking pay. They always pay. It might take a few days, but they always pay. We got bar 15, hesitating quite a bit here to hold above 14, the wick high of 14, that is. All right, we'll have this rollover here, 20 seconds out. Gonna be an inside close, isn't it? That's right. That's right. The ATR, not bad at all. ATR stands for average true range. Volatility indication, right? Sitting at 38. That's 38 points is the average range of a 5-minute bar. That's better than it has been, for sure. For sure. Okay, so now the question becomes, does this end up becoming a thing? Or does volatility tank? This is not rhetorical. We're taking bets, big dog. Or does volatility tank and we end up forming a range in the lower half or maybe even lower third of this pre-existing full days trading range? Okay, we're halfway through the 16th bar of the day. Ooh, yes. There, pull it back. And I use the wick low of 16. Alright, Bulls. I got my entry. Now you can take off. And keep it pushing, because we're on the train. By the way, 60 seconds left here on bar 16. All right. Here comes the rollover. A couple of seconds. There you go, bulls. Beauty. Flat. Again, keep it pushing. It's over. I told you guys. Hide every dollar currently participating in the NASDAQ futures market. Because we're coming for all of it. I'm sorry to tell you guys, unfortunately, the CME will be closed moving forward after today. Get your piece while you can. Is this AI, Nico? That's right. That is right. All right, 3.5 minutes out. Okay, we got 2 minutes, ATR 39. All right, I'm going to watch how 17 closes up. I'm curious about that wick up top as we're coming into the midpoint of this big intraday full days trading range, which is the low of day up to the high of day. You can see we're about the 50% retracement point. We shall see how this guy closes up. Minute 8 out. Bears immediately pulling it back. Sizable wick. "15 seconds. That's a big ass wick, I'll tell you what. These bulls, man, they got a bunch of nothing. Test that with that open, which is the low of bar 17 here on 18. There you go. It's going to take out that wick low. So now we got to see, or I guess the open, not really wick low of 17. Now I'm curious. Do we form a range or do we press higher and fulfill the range? Well, I am going to scalp, move that up quick, right? Don't be fucking slowpoke with your stops when you're scalping. Do not be a slowpoke, because it can move and it can move quick. There we go, out there for a quick scalp there, using the wick low of 18. All right, there's the full day. Let's watch 18 now. Let's watch bar 18. If you're just joining us here, this is a 5-minute NQ chart. That's NASDAQ futures. And if you say, well, Nico, I don't trade futures, I'd say, you don't trade futures. It's 2026, big dog. You're tripping. What the hell are you doing? Okay, 315 out. Chat says, I've never ever seen you scalp that quick. Well, you have, but if you blinked, you might have missed it. You can't blink when you're on the Roensch Capital live stream, live on YouTube. You got to make sure you're paying attention. Okay, minute 45, big bar 18. Hanging out. Lot of hesitation. By the way, man, hey, if you haven't yet, I appreciate you pressing like here on YouTube. Boom! Give me a fill! Hit him for another scalp. Move that stop quick! Even if it's not perfect, you want it set quick. I'm telling you, this market can move, and if you're a slowpoke setting your stop when you're scalping, you might just be fucked. Give me a press, Bulls. Do it to him. Oh, it's filthy. All right, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Man, I have drank. I'm sitting here drinking coffee. All it does is make me more thirsty. And no bullshit, it's 10 a.m. And I've already drank probably over a gallon of water today. It seems like some coffees make you thirsty. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the type. People say, it's the caffeine, big man. I haven't had that much today. Bryce! Just passed my first eval. My man. My man, get to it. Get to it in the funded, big dog. Rose says water dilutes the salt in your system. I'm way ahead of you, big dog. My electrolytes are never low. Ever. Not a chance I'm letting that happen. All right. Okay, we got Big Bar 19. Creatine or no creatine? Creatine. Although I gotta be honest, I haven't taken creatine in probably 6 months. Not for any reason, just because I get up, I do all my shit, I eat breakfast, I take my supplements, like a multi-pack. Well, what I take is I take Animal Pack. I'll probably take Animal Pack for the next 70 years. I take my Omegas, and then I always forget the creatine. We don't have time for this. But I do love it. I should be taking it. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta tell you, I've always hated the creatines that you have to mix in water. Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'd rather just take it to the dome, dry, and then swallow it. The capsules are the way to go. News says add it to something flavored. Big, we don't have time for this. I have always preferred if something comes in a powder form or a capsule form, every single time give me the capsules. I will take 25 at once. I don't care. I'd rather just do it that way. The powder, man, it takes too long. Oh, you guys. Chat says they have, oh man. They have creatine gummies now. Yeah, I'm aware of the creatine gummies. It's really great. That's great if you're, a 17-year-old female. It's tremendous. I guess. You need a yummy little treat before you go train. Ooh, it's so sugary. It tastes so yummy. Oh, man. All right, Big Bar 20. Let's see how 20 closes up. 422 out, ATR 34. I'm just messing with you guys. If you like your gummies, man, you eat your gummies. You eat your I'm a gummy bear fan. I'm a gummy bear fan. Man, I'll eat gummy bears while training. Don't even tempt me. We'll do it. But creatine gummies, come on, dude. There's a time and a place, you sicko. Now, you know the way to do it. And this'll give you an idea of how much we really care about or I guess don't care about flavor when it comes to supplements. You gotta take a big water bottle like this. This is what? A liter? This is a liter. They sell these at Costco. Get these. These are good. At least I think so. You open it up, you drink maybe about the amount that I have out of here right now. And then you open it up, set it on the counter. I always throw in a couple scoops of raw beetroot powder, a whole bunch of L-arginine, which if you don't know what L-arginine is, it tastes, I'm not exaggerating, it tastes like fucking bleach. It's disgusting. It'll make you want to puke. But, dude, the pump is filthy, so you gotta choke it down. You could throw some creatine in there. I always throw some salt in there. You could throw a non-stim pre-workout in there, which basically just opens up every vein in your body. Some niacin. Again, this is not advice, but this is what I do. Oh, and you know the secret? The real secret? A whole bunch of salt, and then I put in like 75 grams of carbolin. You will never want to train without that beverage again, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay, ATR 35, we're 90 seconds out from the close of 20. Yep, you cannot forget the beta-alanine. I love beta-alanine. I toss a couple scoops of that in there. Again, don't do what I do, but that's what I do. All right, 60 seconds out. All right. Well, I gotta see how 20 closes up. That is going to be an inside close, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So let's see how this next bar acts. I wouldn't be surprised if you get like a little initial pullback. Like that. And then suck this up. Don't be a slowpoke. Got it where I want it, then I can get precise with it. We're scalping. Man, this is scalp what, number 5 of the day? Oh no! Don't do it! Oh, you bulls. Yeah, that's right, you motherfucker. take it back. Take it back. You son of a gun. The stop goes where it goes for a reason. See if these bulls can give me that push. Go on, you bulls. Do it to them. Do it to them. I want to see... We'll be conservative. I want to see 75 points in about 4 seconds. Big ol' pop. They're taking their sweet time. Their sweet time. Oh, you bears, you already were a bunch of babies once. Don't do it. Oh, no. Ugh. What are we gonna do? Okay, that is scalp number 5. First loser of the day, by the way. 5 trades. There it is. We broke the ice. So now we've got some freedom here. Alright, what's this volatility doing? Okay, we got 34 on the ATR. We got 20 seconds now until 21 rolls over. Alright. We're shooting dice in chat. I'm talking to you, big dog. Place your bet. Place your bet in the chat. Are you bullish or bearish from here? You better put down TikTok right now, my man. You are 35 years old and you're scrolling TikTok right now. We're shooting dice. The men are shooting dice in the back alley on the Roensch Capital live stream. Place your bet. Are you bullish or bearish? All right, let's see here. Oh, it's a mix. It's a mix. It's leaning slightly bearish. Uh-oh. Oh, Canada. Canada, our guy is at Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. I'm not gonna stop tempting you. I think the responsible thing to do is to walk in that guitar-shaped building and put fucking everything on black. That's probably the right thing to do. Definitely not financial advice. That's what I would do if I was at the Hard Rock in Hollywood right now. All right, 2.5 minutes out from the close of 22. Let's see how this guy closes up. Sizable bar, right, in comparison to these. Oh, Canada. He said, I'll bring the damn computer down to the slots. I think that's the way to do it. You bring your laptop, you set it on the chair next to you, and you one set of hotkeys. You hit the slot machine and you scalp simultaneously. It's next level. Don't be the guy who plays slots. Don't do it. You never want to be the guy who plays slots. Not only is it the laziest game in the entire casino, but it also tells me that you have no clue about the math. You're like, well, I like playing the slots. Yeah, okay. You like pressing the button and having the nice little dopamine, the bells and whistles and the pretty lights come on. All right, I get it. That's what it takes these days. Okay, we're 30 seconds out from bar 22 closing up, and this is just a confusing wick. These bears are confused. They're like, well, we thought we were going to take this lower, but I'm not so sure anymore. Maybe we'll just sideways range. Yeah, that's a tough call. That's a tough call. All right, I'm going to watch 23. Canada says code Canada at Hard Rock and code BIG at Take Profit Trader. Damn straight. I heard if you use code Canada at Hard Rock, at the casino there, they give you worse odds on blackjack. So make sure you use code Canada if you're at Hard Rock. They increase the house edge from 1 or 2% to like 5 or 10%. And Canada keeps all the profits. Canada, you fucking scumbag. Alright, I'm watching 23. All right, so you look at this. Well, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, either we reject early and fade, take out the wick low at 22, right? Or there's basically equal arguments. Okay, now the shorter term argument is this. Now I'm out my mind today, scalping, okay? So for me, if there's two arguments, I kind of have to look at the shorter one as long as it, hasn't been. Some of you guys, because some of you guys are fucking sickos. You'll go to the 30-second chart, you'll be like, the shorter context window. You'll look at the last 90 seconds and be like, softball channel. I get it. I get it. Should we look at the 30-second chart? Just for fun? Here. It always takes a second to pull up. Here's a 30-second chart. Do any of you guys trade a 30-second consistently? We should do it here. We should take a peek at a 30-second one of these days. Man, those Bears, they had so much trouble on bar 22. Edge says, need much more coffee to trade a 30-second. Yeah, good call, Edge. Okay, somebody make a phone call. I don't want to know who it is, but make sure that gets done. Give me 2 minutes, and if you fucking go somewhere, I'm gonna be pissed. Be right back. All right, welcome back. We got big bar 25. 25, the golden child. Well, I should say the silver child. 50 is the firstborn and the golden. Actually, you know what? Fuck bar 50. Bar 50's been pissing me off lately. It's not doing anything because it's so slow in the afternoon. So 25 has moved into first place here. Let's see what 25's got. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. By the way, you see this? Look at this. Look at this. Take out the low, comes higher, gets to around the 50% retracement spot, and starts going sideways. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. By the way, ATR is still holding on to the 30s, which is great. That is tremendous for us. Okay, so I'm looking at this range and I'm just thinking, well, range. If I'm gonna take any trades, I gotta be scalping. ATR 32. Yeah, it's not so bad, is it? It's not so bad, is it? Give me that fill. Get that stop moved. Sitting. Faded back into the range. Big sideways range. Oh, these bears, they can't be stopped. Oh, you bears! Got my risk managed beneath the wick low at 22. If that gets taken out, things shift. It is the perfect place to have my stop. By the way, it goes where it goes for a reason. But we're not going to have to use it. Because these bulls are going to step in, fade us right back into the range. Take me right to target. Oh, you bears. Look at this. Change of plans. Change of plans. I'm flat. Okay, watching 26. Man, can you believe it? I think the career's over. That's 2 losers in a row. That's it, man. All right, let's see what 26 has got. I think we're probably in a sideways range here. Even though 25 took out the wick low at 22 and stopped me out on that scalp. I think we're probably in a sideways range, which is always kind of a little bit obnoxious because it's like, well, you were right, but you had to manage your risk somewhere, you know, so we'll see what 26 has in store. Matty Matt. Good call, big dog. If you have not yet, I appreciate you pressing or dislike, but I appreciate you pressing like here on YouTube. And if you're gonna be stingy about it, even though it's free, then at least hit the fucking dislike button. I can handle it. I think I'm gonna be okay. We will gamble on whether or not we see tears today if enough people hit the dislike button. But I think I'm going to be all right. All right, big bar 26, 238 out. Yeah, you see? This is kind of an odd single bar sideways range now. That is the shortest term context we can really look at here on a 5-minute chart. Single bar sideways range, it's the toughest area. The toughest area to make a lot of money, especially consistently. And yet this is where everyone seems to take the most amount of trades. And then people wonder why everyone loses and say day trading is impossible. Okay, big dog. The rest of us will keep paying our bills with trading. If you want to say it's impossible, I guess you just suck then, right? If you want to believe that you just suck, no skin off our backs, but I think it'd be cool if you didn't think that about yourself. You just gotta stop trading single bar sideways ranges so much. Okay, 26. Minute 15 out. Okay, bulls testing the high end of the single bar sideways trading range. Rejecting as expected. Now the tough part about this, the tough part really is not finding a logical thing to do. The tough part is managing risk and keeping the data looking, well, great. Good enough, sure. But I mean, good enough, come on, man. Come on, man. We're not here to pay the light bill, you know? So I want that looking at least damn good, if not great. All right, Bull's gonna test that wick high at 24. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. All right, so we got the Bulls trying to take us higher. 3 minutes out yet on this bar. In the shorter term context window, we've got a single bar sideways range. So you are going to say, what are you, crazy? Maybe, big dog. Maybe I fucking am. Bet on the range? For me? Let's see what these bears got. Fade it right back into the single bar sideways range. If they take out the wick high at 20, we got a bigger change anyway. Question, does it piss you off when you barely get ticked out and then the trade is totally profitable? Not really. It's happened to me so many times at this point in my career. It might just happen here, we'll see. That I think I've always repeated myself when it comes to this. You need to also look at it when it happens in your favor, which it will do an equal amount of the time. If not, by the way, slightly more. Holy shit, Bulls! Touché. All right, let's watch how 27 closes up. Let's watch how 27 closes up, man. Now you watch, we're gonna have an example here. We'll see of what we were just talking about. So these Bulls take out the wick high at 20. Now this has potential, okay? I would much prefer to take a run up toward high a day, just in general, because it gets us away from this range. Plus, that is a sizable bull body, by the way. Now it is. Okay. 27, rolling over here. 12 seconds. Is that barely... That closed just about at the wick high of bar 20. You think that's a coincidence? That is absolutely not a coincidence. ATR 31, we are so close to that wick high of 27. I'd love to short it and use the wick high of 27 to manage risk. It's just too damn close given what the ATR currently is. The probability isn't, it's just not quite good enough that it fades before taking that out. Now, if it does, that's fine. That's fine. It has to pick something, right? But we don't operate off of it has to pick something. We operate on what's the approximate probability. There you go, Bears. Do it to them. Do it to them. Remember, that wick high of 27 is not even 10 points away. It's tight. It's tight. Here we go. Here's the test of the wick high. This market doesn't know what to do up here. These bulls want more than anything to take out that wick high of 27, and they still can't get it done yet. There we go. Give it a stab. I will. Bet on the range. That's a bet on the range. Let's see what these bears got. Can't expect the world right away because they've been sitting here for 4 minutes. Doing a whole bunch of nothing. So when you take a trade, when the market's been sitting doing nothing for minutes, and you expect it to go your way 35 points in seconds, that's a little bit of a silly, biased expectation, isn't it? At least on a trade like this. Which does not have the greatest edge in the world, by the way, but we're fucking slanging. It's over. We said hide every dollar. Every dollar involved in the NQ contract, and we meant it. Risk here is 13 points. It's getting tight, man. It's getting tight. Did that even... Oh man, I don't even know. I think it might have triggered on the level 2. Now, whoever asked, do you get annoyed when you get ticked out and end up being right? Well, in that case, maybe a hair, sure. Okay, watching this next bar, big bar 29. I gotta tell you, man, ATR is actually reasonable. It's sitting at 30. I don't mind that. That's okay with me. Yeah, these bears, you can see these bears want to take you right back into the range. They're just having a little trouble here in the mid 270s. There you go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So you see that? I very much had the right idea to the tune of 50 points, damn near. That's a sizable bear body, huh? All right, 3 minutes. That right there, that's why I'm betting on the range, man. That right there. We got some news here. Putin's talking Ukraine escalation. Seeing the talks as fruitless. Good Lord, it's every day. It's every day with these people. Okay, so we got 2 minutes left here on 29. We'll see how 29 can contain itself, if it can. That's a big ass bear body, but I gotta tell you, this range here is actually containing it reasonably well, given this is a news bar here. So by the way, those last two scalps, do you now see what I mean, you guys, when I say it's the trouble with a single bar sideways range is it's a little bit difficult to manage risk because the probability that you end up being correct, but it still takes out the wick is relatively high compared to what we'd want it to be, right? So that, you know, when I always say that, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's why a single bar, really a sideways range, you could call this a single bar. It's starting to become less so. Can be tough. But you know I still got a slang while we're streaming, dude. Come on now. It's a little tough to step in front of the freight train that is bar 29. Meaning getting long, risking the wick low at 25. It's a little bit tough, 29 being the size that it is. Here we go. Those bears, they're going to test the wick low at 25. You see? You see? Now you watch. You watch this little son of a gun take out the wick low at 25 and fade right back into the range. You watch. Bulls stepping in, they're trying. They are trying. Again, we still got this big range sitting here. There you go, boom. Oh, look at the fill. What a beauty of a fill, you gotta be kidding me. Get my stop where I want it, worry about the being accurate with it later. You get pretty good over time at putting it right about where you want it. But you gotta be quick. Quick to get your stop where it needs to go when you're scalping. You don't want to get caught with a 40-point stop being open for 45 seconds because you're too slow. You gotta get it where you need it. And get it there quick. Now we'll see if I end up being right about taking out the wick low at 25 and fading right back into the range. You know they have a habit of doing it. Bears, what you got? What you got, man? Let's see. Okay, we got 48 seconds left here. Big bar 30. Are they gonna do it? They're gonna take out the wick low at 25. Okay, and now I want to see if they fade us right back into the trading range. You know that's the most likely thing to occur here. Try to put on some size. If the volatility can handle it. Okay, my cursor is right at the wick low at 25. We're 8 seconds out. Let's see how this guy closes up. Oh, baby. Beautiful close out of the Bears. All right, bar 31 just became the most important bar of the whole day thus far. You understand? We got to see what happens here on 31. If the Bears are actually going to break this son of a bitch out to the downside, they're going to need to get it done here on 31. 'And then it's over. It's over. But if the bulls end up fading us right back into the range, not tremendous. Nvidia dumping, huh? Okay, by the way, we got low a day. See this? Look at low a day right at the wick low at 12. So I'm watching 31. All right, bets in the chat. Are we going to take out low of day, yes or no? Are we taking out low of day, yes or no? 90 seconds out till this bar closes up. Check out this pullback. Beauty. I can use the wick high of 30. There. Right there. And leave that take profit limit order way the hell down there. And now, all we gotta do is somebody hand Trump his iPhone and I think we're set. I think we're pretty much set. All right, let's see. Did I inverse chat? Let's see what the bets are looking like. Oh shit, everyone's saying yes. That's not a good sign. Everyone's saying that we are gonna take out the low a day. That is not a good sign for me. Sitting short. There you go, bar 32, open it up. Open it up, tank this bitch. Go. Okay, ATR is sitting still in the 30s. That's not too bad, man. I'll take an ATR still hanging out in the 30s. This 29,200 region. For whatever reason, the market lately seems to be infatuated with 29.2. I don't get it. Whenever this happens, by the way, this happens pretty often, especially when volatility is relatively low, and it's been relatively low, of course, as we know. It always breaks. It always moves away, but while we're infatuated with a level, you know, it's certainly not the most fun. But I would never personally just say that and then say, okay, well, I'm going to buy it 29.2 then. There's no edge in that. Zero. In fact, it's negative with commissions and fees. More than anything, you get trading ranges around it, right? Okay, we got a new bar here. Bar 33. Opening up. ATR is 30. 30, 30, 30 on the ATR. Alright, Bears. We don't care about 29.2. Let's keep it moving. It's barely anything to even look at, and yet we're hesitating at this level every damn time we pass it. All right, bears. It's taken about as long for these bears to mature as it actually does in the wild. They are really taking their time. There you go. There you go. Off a cliff. ATR 31. Sitting at 29.2. That damn 29.2. We can't get away. Question, why not take half size off with $1,000 profit and let the rest ride? Well, let me answer your question with a question. What does me being $1,000 in the money, which is completely arbitrary, have to do with my trading edge at all? Nothing. Nothing at all. It has zero to do. So what I would counter with is, or the way that I would answer that question is, if you look at my P&L and you say, man, $1,300, that's a lot of money to me. You're trading out of your own pocket, which is very dangerous. You don't want to trade out of your own pocket because all you're going to do is take profits earlier than you mathematically know you should. And by the way, it's all relative. Okay, we got an ATR now of 29. Question, at what point do you trail? I'm new here. I won't be on this one. So, never. Unless, of course, I get a bar-by-bar management decision, then I'll trail it, but it's not really a trail as much as it is just a move of the stop. All you guys, hey, if you're a little bit newer to trading, please don't fall into the trap. By the way, I've been doing this a little while, okay? So every mistake that you've made and are going to make, I have been there and I've seen it in many other people as well. And I mean it when I say every mistake. Not 25% of them, fucking all of them. So, trailing your stop, I think when beginners come in, they sort of assume that that's the default mode. You should always trade your stop because they heard some guy on a podcast who made all of his money, by the way, being a market maker on the floor. And again, I'm not talking about anyone specific, but like, the logic is like, they made all their money acting as a market maker on the floor in like the 80s, 90s, 2000s. And they say, you got to trail your... It's like, they weren't trading the way that we trade. That's not relevant at all. If they say you got to trail your stop, they didn't do that. They didn't even trade that. They made their money off the spread. They were basically a human citadel. So it's completely, that's totally arbitrary. Now, if you consistently, for many, many months, have paid all of your bills and then some by trailing your stops arbitrarily, then ignore what I'm saying, because you don't have to trade my way, trade the way that makes you money. But if you're not consistently being able to do that, or you're not trading full time, then at least think about what I'm saying. It's arbitrary. Right? It's completely arbitrary. If this trade turns around and stops me out above the Wikia 30, I give this many fucks. I do not care. Because I still do this full time. It doesn't make a difference on this one trade. But if I was trailing arbitrarily on every single trade, 6 points to protect my psychology would only implode over a long enough time horizon because I would stop being profitable. All right, sit and break even on the trade while these bears take all the time in the world to grow their big claws. By the way, ATR, which is volatility, is now below 30 points per bar. We're sitting at 28, so it's coming down, which is not great, but it's fine at 28. Ideally, we wouldn't see that drop too much further. Oh, I'm appointing the money. This is where I take it off, right? Green is green. No. Wrong. Green is not green. That one phrase that makes you tuck in and feel really good at night. And you say, I have all the upside in the world as a day trader with none of the risk. Green is green. You should always take green. They fucking lied to your ass. Green is not green. Whoever told you that doesn't pay their bills with trading. Almost certainly, because that's fucking horseshit. That means nothing. Green is green. Okay, we'll look at your data a year from now if you're even still around. Probably out of the industry. I give it 6 months. $356 out. Question, why does your P&L, my P&L does not show 1 micro, it shows, you're talking about the chart trader. And by the way, that's 1 mini. There's a lot of confusing shit going on with this one. So this is my leader account, and I'm copy trading. Chat, no trader ever went broke taking profits, even if half are early. I know a lot of traders who are no longer traders who went broke doing exactly what you just said. It's not the winning trades that get you. Come on, guys. You got to think about this from a mathematical perspective. I should say a statistical perspective. It's not taking the profit early that gets you. It's what it does to your mid and long-term edge that fucking kills you. Come on now. Which, by the way, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's it. You want to be a trader, if you don't have that, there's a massive disconnect because you can't be a trader for very long if you don't have that. Bears knocking on the door. Come on now. 45 seconds out till big bar 36 closes up. See what these bears got, man. Well, volatility is tanking. We're down to 24.92 on the ATR. That's not great. That's not great. All right, Bears. About that time. Somebody mentioned, I think it was gold, right? Is anybody trading gold today? Back on NQ here. Reversion says took a gold short. Up 270 bucks. Joe trading gold. Yeah, gold doesn't look too bad today, does it? Well, you know, we're getting to that time of day, man. It really has slowed since bar 31. This is nuts. ATR now 23, man. 24, barely. That's right, Billy says, so you want to be a day trader, huh? This is the life. Sitting, watching the market go sideways. Man, this morning was great. At least making up for it. All right, Bears, you fucking babies. 200 points. Let it slide. Go! ATR sitting 25. Edge says, oh yeah, this morning was great. Got that nice bar 11 short. Good work. Was that for the stop hunt? Low a day? Low of bar 1? Tremendous. Fucking right, Edge, my man. Edge had a whole bunch of edge on that trade that he took. My guy. I bet a lot of you guys took that same trade. Great trade. There you go, Bears. Do it to him. Finish it. Finish it. Full ATR. Beauty. Beauty. Alright. Well, that took some... God damn. That took some time, man. But it paid off. Edge says, I honestly hadn't seen a trade that clean in a bit. Yeah, man, the close of R11, you Ram guys, you're salivating just looking at it, right? But for the rest of you guys, traditional stop hunt trade, take out the low of 1. Easy stuff, basic stuff. And Edge, what'd you make on that one, Edge? I think you probably made... Edge texted me this morning, man. He said, Nico, big dog, I shorted the shit out of the close of bar 11. Edge, what was it? He said he made, I think it was like 7.5 million just on that one stop hunt. I was like, it's kind of light for you, my guy. He's like, I know. He's like, I had to size down. The wife was pissed. Taking too much damn size in the market, getting a little ahead of myself. That's what he told me. Just north of that, yeah, closer to 8 million. That makes sense. So the low a day here is still that wick low at 12. Still that wick low at 12. Danimal, how we doing? My man. Good to see you, brother. Chris says made about 1.1K on that drop. Good work. Good work. Okay, now, this is just an experience thing, but let me show you guys something. So, you see the wick low 1? That was that stop hunt. This is the full day's trading range, approximately, okay? You want to include the wick low? I cut it out, whatever, doesn't matter. Don't overthink the line. Okay, so when I look at this, it's like, I know what some of you guys are thinking right now. You're gonna be like, how did he know? Yeah, almost like I've been there. So we're looking at this, and all of us are thinking, do we stop hunt the wick low at 12, or do we buy it and use the wick low at 12 to manage risk? And my answer at this moment in time is neither. And that could change really quickly, but at this exact moment, the volatility is so low that this right here, after we broke out of that and I took profit here on 38, this is so tempting in a low volatility environment for the bulls to just get the confidence to do what I just said. Buy it, risk the wick low at 12. The problem is this is such a fucking obvious short for all the bears that you know they just want to take it out just to scratch that itch and then probably fade right back into the range. So if anything here, I'm more so just seeing, can the bears take out the wick low? And then can I find a reasonable spot to get long for back up into the trading range? That's what I'm thinking about right now. Question. How much drawdown on a prop account do you think is best for trading minis? One mini? Let's go with one mini. Multiple minis, I think it's tough in a prop account. Now, by the way, this is very different from a personal account. In personal accounts, it depends how good you are. For one mini, I think this is a long conversation. I don't know if we need to have this right now. Let's do the prop thing. How much drawdown do you need in a prop account to trade realistically one mini? Well, I typically say I think it makes the most sense on a 50K funded, which typically has a $2,000 drawdown and is oftentimes trailing. For me, I like to trade anywhere from 2 to 5 micros, at least, in the beginning. And now that changes if you have a big buffer on it, okay? If you're building a buffer, fine. But initially, 2 to 5 micros, I have found the most success with 50Ks, okay? Per account. That's why you scale horizontally, not vertically. Meaning you don't increase the number of contracts per account, you just increase the number of accounts, okay, ideally. Now, for me, I think to trade one mini comfortably, I think the 150Ks are about like, that's the spot. That's kind of like the minimum, I feel like. Probably not what you guys want to hear, but if you're somebody who trades 50K accounts extremely aggressively, could you trade a mini? Fine, but my concern would be less, can you get a payout or two? Because eventually you probably will. My concern is that that's probably not going to sit very well with the prop firm, because it's going to lead to a much more aggressive churning cycle. You know what I mean? And I've seen people tend to get banned a little more quickly from these props. And by the way, this is not common, but the people who do get banned are the loudest. And most of the time they're getting banned for bad reasons, by the way. I actually am currently under review at Apex. But I think it's because, by the way, this is not the first time I did this. I've done this multiple times, but I think it's because a couple weeks ago I took 54,000 in payouts in 12 days. And now I'm under review, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll take me live. I hope that's what they do. Apex, if you're watching, I fucking love you. But let's hustle up on that review. Come on now. You know we gotta go live with your boy. I would say 150K. Prop account is probably about the minimum to trade one mini and do so in kind of a responsible, like full-time trader type way in prop. But the beauty is you don't need, I did all of that. What I just said, I did that with 2 to 5 micros per account. You don't need to trade minis. I get it. Like trading minis it's awesome. It looks fucking sick. You want to be a big dog and trade the mini. You don't want to be a pussy. Who wants to be a pussy and trade the micros? Man, if I trade the micros, you're like, my wife might leave me. I promise you she doesn't give a fuck. As long as you're doing well. So, yeah, we'll see. Jack says kicking someone for winning is straight bullshit. Well, I agree with you, Jack, but I don't think that's what's going on. I think I'm being reviewed for live. So we'll see. We'll see. I should get an update at some point here. But you know we're still hitting take profit. By the way, take profit trader, daily payouts, 40% off and no activation fee, code BIG. BIG. Okay, we got a minute 17 out. Until Big Bar 40 closes up. Edge says I freaking love take profit trader. Me too, Edge. Me too. By the way, hey, if you're somebody who's like, I don't really know where to start in prop trading, I'd like to trade full time, I would encourage you start with take profit trader, because those daily payouts, I'm telling you guys, man, when you can press a button and it gets approved, please, anyone who's taking payouts from Take Profit Trader, back me up in the chat on this, because I need people to understand this. When you request a payout at Take Profit Trader, and then they approve that payout, I'm telling you, I'm not bullshitting, I'm not exaggerating. You press the proceed button, it says success or whatever it says, it gives you that pop-up. You exit out, you open your bank app, and like, it's there already. It's ridiculous. There you go. Edge says, Take Profit Trader pays my bills. I'm telling you guys, this isn't just like a bunch of bullshit. People are literally paying all their bills just with Take Profit Trader daily payouts. which look, guys, where I come from, man, I've been doing this for about 10 years now. I don't know if you guys understand. This wasn't a thing. You had to have a personal account with your money if you wanted to trade. Some of you are like, whoa, what's a personal account? I'm telling you, man, we're spoiled today. Now, the answer, you should eventually want to do all of it. The answer is all of it. The answer is not or, it's always and. All of it. Personal accounts. All the prop firms. But I will tell you, once you start going over 2 prop firms, the management gets a little bit to be a pain in the ass. But that's okay. So we still have not taken out the low of day here. The low of day is the wick low of bar 12. So you see all this hesitation here out of the bears down near the low? That's no coincidence. That's no coincidence. Question, why do prop firms usually ban people? Well, they don't usually ban people. If you get banned from a prop firm, usually the reason is that they flag you as somebody who's working a system. And people who have been banned by prop firms, if they're able to kind of come down off like their ego, they will actually admit that they're like, yeah, I was kind of fucking over the prop firm is what they'll tell you. Because they weren't trading. They were like working a system that would never work in a live account. That's why prop firms like ban people typically. That's my understanding. Now, I don't own a prop firm, but that's my understanding, okay? So, I think part of the problem here, by the way, is that a lot of people, when that, or I've also heard the story of people trying to, at Apex, they'll try to use like multiple identities to trade like multiple sets of 20 fundeds, you know? Which is obviously, I mean, they lay that out so clearly in the rules, you can't do that, and they're gonna detect it, so that'll get you banned. But these are all things that are very clearly laid out. And then there's, you know, the taking a trader to live, which isn't a ban, they're taking you to live. Now, at a lot of these firms, when they take you live, they'll start you out, I think a lot of traders get kind of frustrated, and I get it, you know, they'll start you out smaller than what you were able to do in your fundeds, right? But I think that's short-sighted, because I get it, but my goal would be, okay, that's great. So I take, you know, a step back or two temporarily to potentially take a whole bunch of steps forward. Because you got to think, like, in a year, 3 years, 5 years, like, you could be basically trading a massive live account at a prop, and you could just think of it as another one of your personal accounts that you have very few rules on. You're a mature trader at that point. You're able to do what you want, make money, take the payouts, and you have a great relationship with a company who's basically providing you with, the way that I think about it, is another personal account. And yeah, it starts out small, which I get. It kind of sucks. But like, I don't know, whatever. I think I think people kind of forgot the original brick and mortar prop shop industry. Because like prop firms, maybe some of you guys don't know this, prop firms used to not be online. Prop firms used to be brick and mortar prop shops. And the whole goal was to bring in profitable traders and let them trade the shop's capital. And then there was a profit split. That's the entire model of the industry. Now, it changed when it went online. So I think some of these props are trying to take their best traders, which, Apex, hello. I am your best trader. Let's go. Fucking take me live. It's about time. Love you. And bring them and trade the shop's capital. Right? So that's always been the goal of a prop shop. The brick and mortar model kind of, like, everything went online, so it kind of fell out of favor because you actually have to go in somewhere, which is like, we're day traders. Why the fuck would I want to leave my house? That's ridiculous. You can't ask me to do that, possibly. Some of you guys are like, man, you're asking me to put on pants. I'm trying to make 6 figures a month in my underwear. I'm definitely not putting on pants, is what some of you sickos are saying right now. But I get it. See these bulls taking us right back into the range. All right, we got the bulls popping this guy. ATR sitting 25. It's a big old pump, man. That's a big bull body. I better check. Are we getting news of some sort? Not really. Well, maybe. Nah, that was 3 minutes ago. By the way, Anthropic to lease N-scale data center for $45 billion. Man, these numbers are stupid. It's stupid. You gotta love looking at these AI numbers. I fucking love it. I love it. Man, some people, there's 2 types of people here. Some people look at, professional athletes' contracts and they say they get paid too much money. No one should make that much money. Okay, well, first of all, do we have to get into the nitty-gritty of they're not getting paid that much money? They have to pay their agent. They have to pay all their team dues. They have to pay taxes. They're getting paid like less than half of that. And you'd say, well, that's still a lot of money. And I'd say, is it? I don't know. So, but regardless, it's like the reason they get paid that much is because that's how much the MLB or the organization within the MLB has determined them to be worth to their franchise while still increasing their profitability. Because you tune in when they play a game. Don't like it, don't watch. They get paid, they get paid exactly the amount that they should. If you disagree with it, instead of being a fucking bitch about it and saying, they make too much money. No, you're jealous, dude. It's envy. Stop. Look at that number and say, holy shit. Holy shit. A baseball player who barely speaks English is making that amount of money. There's a lot of money out there. I should go get some. And if I get a sliver of that, it would change my life. Good. Now you're looking at it the right way. Damn, dude. Come on now. All right, we are on Big Bar 43. Ascend says, eval at 5,300 out of 6,000, code BIG. BIG. Best deal always, Take Profit Trader and Apex. My man. Question, Nico, is there something to be said about physically being with good traders at a trading desk? Some traditional prop firms are strongly communicating that. Like to hear your take. Yeah, so at these prop shops, what a lot of them do is you'll see, if you've seen videos ever of people trading like at a brick and mortar prop firm, almost all of them, almost all the time, are wearing headphones. And sometimes they're watching Netflix and then they get kicked out in 2 months. And sometimes they're talking to the other traders on the desk. Now, you don't need that if you're sitting right next to your like trading partner or whatever. But if there's, 15 of you and you're all top performers at the firm, you can be wired in and be talking to one another about like, hey, this ticker's in play. It's really common. So yeah, I would say there's something to it. I would also say that I kind of feel like we sort of have that almost better, with how big streaming is becoming and how many people are participating, which I love to see it, man. All you guys, by the way, if you love trading, man, stream it. Fuck, the more the merrier, man. Do it. But you better believe when the market's slow, they're having a good time just like us. Edge says trading can be isolating. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know if many people would tell you this, but I did it. I was just a trader. And I gotta tell you guys, it's everything that you want it to be. And then at some point you're like, man, this is awesome, but like, it is kind of isolating. Now, hopefully, you have a wife or a girlfriend or somebody around, which makes it a hell of a lot better, I'll tell you what. But, luckily I was never in the situation where I didn't have her around. But I can only imagine if you were alone and all you were was a trader and that's how you paid your bills. After a period of time, that could get dangerous. You really need to address that. That's kind of a weird existence. So I think this is really beneficial, by the way, for everyone to hang out and tackle this together. Okay, we got bar 43 here. Let's see. Volatility is so low. It's so low. 43 being the first bar to close outside of this range. I gotta tell you, with the ATR less than 25, I think I'm making too big of an ask out of those bulls to be so confident to just power through. We got a big range. Tubed Out says, I took a 2K payout and blew an eval on the same day. Well, you know what? I'd say you're pretty damn profitable. You're 1,900 plus bucks in the green, which is what matters. Gotta love it. All right, man, this market's slowing down. I'm out of here, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Be patient, let it come to you. And when it's there, and you're like, my edge is presenting itself, hit it. No fear. Accept the outcome, move on. All right, guys, see you soon.